Master SWTOR, we've arrived at Belsavis. Have you learned anything?
The Empire just launched a surprise attack there. Dangerous prisoners are free from their cells to wreak havoc down on the surface.
A mere diversion. The Emperor has only one true goal: the annihilation of all life on this world.
Wiping out an entire planet isn't easy.
We don't know how the Emperor intends to destroy all life on Belsavis. We do have one lead. Intelligence indicates a high-ranking Imperial named Executor Kranis recently arrived on world.
Kranis is a pure-blooded Sith, fanatically loyal to the Emperor. Whatever the plan is, he's the one tasked with carrying it out.
What else can you tell me about Executor Kranis?
Unlike most of Sith blood, Kranis was not born with an affinity for the Force. Despite this, he has risen quickly through the ranks of the Emperor's army. It would be a mistake to underestimate him.
Anna Tabord, a member of our order, is already on the surface looking for Kranis. She'll help you find the Executor, but she isn't strong enough to stop him. That task falls on you.
Consider it done.
Go to the planet's surface and meet Anna at the coordinates I'm sending you now. May the Force be with you.
Whoa, hold on. You're the Jedi who was supposed to meet Anna, right? I know what this looks like, but I told her to wait for you. She wanted to go outside, scout the area. I warned her if the Imperials didn't get her, the escaped convicts would. Anna didn't listen.
I want your name and rank, soldier.
I'm not a soldier. Name's Pac Taldine. I work here. Anna heard I know Belsavis better than anyone, and asked me to help her. I had no idea what I was signing up for. And I just want to get out of this alive.
I appreciate you waiting for me. You could have left when Anna died.
Thought about it, but you've been out there. Where would I go? I know what the prisoners would do to me, and the Imperials are worse. Figured I might as well stay. Based on what Anna said, you'll need all the help you can get.
I'm looking for an Imperial officer. A red-skinned Sith?
Anna told me the Imperials are entrenched by the main reactor. They were taking orders from a pure-blood Sith. They have heavy weapons and a ray shield protecting their position. Nobody's moving them from that reactor anytime soon.
Why are the Imperials so determined to hold that position?
The reactor controls the security gates. The Imperials are sending troops deeper into the prison and making it impossible for us to follow them. You'll never get past the Imperial shields before their heavy weapons mow you down. We need a plan.
You know this prison. Got any bright ideas?
There might be one thing we could try. If you overload the energy relays feeding the sector's power grid, you could knock down that ray shield. We've got ion charges here. We could plant one at each power relay, detonate them simultaneously, and short out the Imperial defenses.
Give me the ion charges. Keep an eye on Anna's remains. See they're treated with respect.
Contact me when all the charges are in place. I'll detonate them from this control room. Good luck. And watch your back.
And stay down.
Pac, the ion charges are all in place. Take down that Sith ray shield.
I read you. Detonating the ion charges now. That cleared the way. Now comes the fun part. Taking on Sith heavy weapons. Good luck. I'll be standing by.
I've been expecting you. The fool who defied the Emperor's glorious will. Do you even understand what you threw away when you turned against him? Do you realize what others would give to serve his bidding?
Nobody controls me. Not even the Emperor. My mind is my own.
We all have masters, Jedi. You simply chose the Council over the Emperor. You'll regret that. I suppose I should thank you. You might have become the Emperor's right hand, usurped my lover's rightful place.
Colonel Harith, status report.
The reactor is offline and this area is sealed, Executor. The Jedi is here. Our distraction worked perfectly.
You did all this just to trap me?
The chaos Colonel Harith unleashed purchased the time I required to complete my mission.
Soon all life on this world will be destroyed. You, me, Kranis, all of us sacrificed for the Emperor's glory. He will become immortal, all-powerful. He will raise up all those who served with true devotion, and together we will rule the galaxy.
You're truly willing to die for the Emperor?
You refuse to see the truth. I don't have to defeat you, just slow you down. You've lost.
We will meet again at the Emperor's side, my love.
Let death take us all.
Let's get this up and running again.
Thank you for slaying Colonel Harith. Her death at your hand has surely marked her as one of the chosen. She will receive a place of honor when the Emperor grants us eternal life.
You've been brainwashed. The Emperor has filled your head with false promises so you'll throw your lives away for him.
I may not feel the Force as you do, Jedi, but I know its power transcends death. The spirits of ancient Sith linger in their tombs. Dead Jedi Masters guide their former Padawans. I've heard the tales. I know the truth. This delay has cost you. Now you cannot stop what is to come. The Emperor's will is inevitable.
Pac, come in. Executor Kranis isn't here. He's already gone deeper into the prison.
Maybe we can track him using the prison surveillance systems. Let me see what I can cook up. Republic reinforcements are finally on their way to secure that generator. Head back to my position. I'll start searching for Kranis. Picking up lots of chatter on the comm network. Here, listen to this.
Alert! Alert! This is Dr. Gantrell. Our sector is overrun. We've taken refuge inside one of the unused containment vaults.
This is the only distress call we can send. Can't risk those blood-skin fiends tracking our signal. Dr. Gantrell, out!
What does Dr. Gantrell do for the prison? Is he a medic?
No, a scientist. Dr. Gantrell and his team were working in the high-security wing. Clearance way beyond my position. They all have subdermal tracking chips, so the Republic can locate them in an emergency. Dr. Gantrell must have figured we'd use the chips to find which vault they're hiding in.
Sounds like that isn't an option anymore.
The Imperials disabled all the monitoring stations, but if you repair them, I can pinpoint Dr. Gantrell's location.
If Kranis already found him, Dr. Gantrell is probably dead.
We still don't know the Imperials plan to destroy Belsavis, but there must be a reason he's after Dr. Gantrell. Call me when you get the monitoring stations up and running. I'll use them to locate the doctor.
Pac, I fixed all the monitoring stations. Locate Dr. Gantrell.
On it. Scanning now. Found his tracking signal. He and his team are in an underground containment vault. Sending you the coordinates now. I hope you get there before Kranis.
You're fast, but not fast enough. Executor Kranis is gone.
Let me guess, another crazy Imperial?
You blessed Colonel Harith with a glorious death. We are grateful.
Is the Executor afraid to face me?
Executor Kranis must complete his mission before he is wrapped in the cold embrace of death. Like the Emperor, we draw power from the suffering and death of others. These scientists are not hostages. They are fuel to feed us as we strike you down.
If you hadn't come here, we owe you our lives.
That was amazing. Outnumbered, outgunned, but those Imperials never stood a chance.
Pac, how did you see that?
Saw the whole fight in the security hollow. Pretty incredible, and I've seen some good fights.
I don't need compliments. I need to know where Executor Kranis went.
Kranis is what the Imperials call their leader. He took Dr. Gantrell.
Took him? His tracking chip says he's right there.
The Sith carved it out of the doctor's skin and threw it in the corner. He screamed the whole time.
What kind of monster butchers a helpless prisoner like that?
The kind who plans to destroy a planet?
You have to find Dr. Gantrell. Our project is too important to fall into enemy hands.
I think you better tell me what your team's been up to.
We're studying unknown alien technology in the prison's lower levels. The power core alone is astonishingly complex.
I thought the Republic built this prison complex.
No, only the upper levels. The rest was built thousands of years ago. We stumbled across it by accident and claimed it for ourselves. There are still sealed containment vaults we haven't even opened yet. We've only just started examining the power core, but the energy it produces seems almost limitless.
If Kranis gets to that power core, what's the worst he could do?
If the core was breached, the resulting blast would rip Belsavis apart, but the Imperials would be killed too.
All we have to do is find Kranis before he gets that key from the research vault.
Wait. There's more. Our team created a number of advanced warfare prototypes by combining Republic and alien technology. When the Empire attacked, we hid the weapons in one of the vaults near the Republic settlement. If the prisoners find them...
I think I can spare a few minutes to keep deadly weapons out of criminal hands.
You'll be saving thousands of people.
As bad as that sounds, Kranis is worse.
You're a Jedi. You can't turn your back on this.
Pac is right. I can't let good men and women die.
You can secure the prototypes and still catch up with Kranis. I know it.
You've already gained access to the maximum security wing. Impressive. I didn't expect my men to kill you, but I was hoping they'd slow you down.
I'm not going to stop, Kranis. Sooner or later, I'll catch you.
The Force is a powerful ally, but I have my own resources, and more than one plan to destroy this world. My commandos are planting explosives along the volcanic rift. The detonation will trigger cataclysmic eruptions. Geysers of molten lava will kill millions, including you.
This distraction might buy you time, but you're still going to fail.
We'll see. If you're going to stop my commandos, I suggest you hurry. I'll press on without you. I'm sure you understand.
Dr. Gantrell, I presume.
You arrived just in time. That beast was about to eat me alive.
You look like you've been tortured.
Executor Kranis. First he carved out my tracking chip, then he forced me to give him the codes to the security vault. Kranis took the key to the prison's power core. He intends to destroy it. Do you have any idea what that means?
I'm not going to let Kranis reach the core.
The consequences if he succeeds are unfathomable. The power core derives energy from hyperspace itself. A detonation will send shockwaves at light speed. Belsavis's destruction is only the beginning. The shockwaves will annihilate this entire system and consume the ones adjacent to it. Trillions will die.
You know a lot. I don't understand why Kranis didn't kill you.
He thought it would be more amusing to let the creatures down here devour me. Please don't leave me. Seal me inside of one of the empty vaults until the Republic regains control.
Stick close. I'll get you to safety.
Thank you. Head to the empty containment vault. I'll be right behind. I'll be safe here until reinforcements arrive. Thank you. Stop Kranis before he detonates the power core. For all our sakes.
You're too late. The detonite charges are in place. Even you won't be able to stop them all in time.
All your tricks and distractions can't stop me, Kranis. I'm ending this.
We're all going to die here. The difference is, I'll live again.
Pemninig baginaya, napikara hikap, naya karak, bawa jamgun, nepin memna.
Better late than never. It's over, Kranis. Don't be a fool. Surrender.
For the Emperor's glory, die and be reborn.
Umnuk inumemnu, amka kammem, perolak palak.
Colonel Bartov?
Moraka kemyu amkam nemnu, namgan bak umnok kijak. Kanam jiwa nemak, hemgam yama naya angam.
Did she give you any details?
Jukaki mem paninu, amka bina bek memnu kimgam. Nikad agak kip debab, naya amgam barakeki.
Colonel Bartov, I was told you wanted to see me.
First, let me express my gratitude. Your actions saved many Republic soldiers.
Your special forces were invaluable during the battle with Executor Kranis.
I'll make sure their actions are properly recognized. It isn't every day soldiers are praised by a Jedi. I won't waste your time, but there's something I need you to clear up for me. My forces apprehended this prisoner during the riots. I need to know why one of the galaxy's worst criminals was helping you.
I thought Pac was one of the guards. You're telling me he's one of the inmates?
It's true. I came here a decade ago as a prisoner, and I deserved it. I did things you don't want to know about. Being on Belsavis, surrounded by scum just like me, it opened my eyes. Even if I could never leave here, I could still change. It took years, but I did it. The warden made me an honorary guard. Said I earned that.
You worked hard to turn your life around, and he rewarded you for it.
I'm trying to make up for the terrible things I've done. The warden gave me that chance.
So you claim. Unfortunately, we have no evidence to support your story. It's possible the records were destroyed in all the chaos. However, it's also possible you're lying.
Whatever he used to be, he's changed. I couldn't have saved Belsavis without him.
Now you see my dilemma. I don't want to imprison someone who doesn't deserve it, but I don't want to set a criminal free.
I couldn't have completed my mission without Pac. He's earned his freedom.
I'm not authorized to let Pac leave Belsavis, but I can see that he is restored to his guard status.
This means everything to me. Thank you both.
I'm sure you have business elsewhere. Thank you again for everything you did here.
Master SWTOR, Executor Kranis and his followers are dead. Belsavis is safe.
The galaxy is in your debt once again, but I fear this is far from over.
The Emperor would never devote all his resources to Belsavis. We must find his other targets.
There is a rumor of high-ranking Sith gathering at a remote Imperial space station, allegedly on the Emperor's orders. One of our best scouts volunteered to investigate. He's disappeared.
Sneaking into enemy territory is dangerous. Who is this scout?
He's the man you replaced on Master Braga's strike team. Jomar Chul attempted to infiltrate the Imperial space station where the Sith are meeting, and hasn't checked in since. I know you and Jomar have had differences, but I believe he's onto something.
If the Emperor is involved, this may reveal his plans.
This is worth pursuing.
I'm transmitting coordinates to the space station. I have no advice for getting inside.
Leave that to me.
May the Force be with you.
Master Jedi, I'm aware that my recent military record might raise some concerns. I want to reassure you that my squad fatality rates have not consistently been this high.
I suppose that's good to hear.
The first squad I commanded after making Sergeant was sent to free POWs being held at a small Imperial outpost. Intel said the place would be lightly manned. Most of the Imperials wouldn't arrive for another 24 hours. Intel was wrong.
The outpost wasn't lightly manned, or the POWs weren't being held there?
The Imperials sent their reinforcements a day early. When my squad broke into the outpost, we were outnumbered 10-1. We were outmanned and outgunned, but we achieved our objective, freed all the POWs, and came out alive. My squad's casualty rate was 97.4%, but we had no fatalities.
It's impressive that anyone made it out of there with those odds.
They were good soldiers, far better than any of the others I've had under my command. Our mission was accomplished without permanent loss of Republic resources. That squad was effectively trained, and as a result, we achieved victory much more efficiently.
Then the death tolls are simply a matter of poor resource use?
Good soldiers are a resource. Yes, their loss damages the war effort, but they are meant to be used. Victory for the Republic is worth any cost. Master Jedi, our downtime has had a positive impact on my battle readiness. I believe I'm 14.2% more prepared for combat now.
It's good to know you've been using your time wisely, Sergeant.
I've had a lot of time to think. I've forgotten what that was like.
Relax while you can, Sergeant. There's more fighting ahead.
I'm looking forward to it. I've been thinking about my original squad. I haven't seen any of them since we liberated that POW camp. They seem to be on active duty, but I can't find any mention of commendations or recognition. They should be decorated soldiers.
I'm sure you'll find something.
Carson, Naja, Eckerd, that whole squad has simply vanished.
One might almost believe that you considered those soldiers people.
They'd be most valuable to the Republic deployed on the front. This just doesn't make sense to me.
Old Doc's always been more of a lover than a fighter. But I had to up my game since you came around. It's not easy looking good when you're fighting next to a Jedi. But I figured out the trick.
Care to clue me in before our next big battle?
Let's just say I'm getting a new nickname. Dr. Knockout. Yep. Next time we're surrounded by the scum of the galaxy, they're gonna be sorry they met me.
I don't believe this! We missed the party of the Millennium last night. It's all over the holonet. Music, dancing, attractive people. We could have been a part of it if we hadn't been on the wrong side of the galaxy, saving everyone's lives as usual. 2 heroes of the Republic would have been colossal at that shindig. Infinite opportunities for romance. We would have had it made.
What you mean is you would have had it made. I would have been stuck keeping you out of trouble.
If that trouble was 1.6 meters tall with green eyes and red hair, I'd have let you off the hook. I'm in the prime of my life, and I'm spending it with people who enjoy running around on exploding planets. All I want is to abuse our fame just for one night. Is that so wrong?
Your people speaking of the Empire sound like a distorted echo. When I was born, we thought the rest of the galaxy to be mystery and legend. We had been alone for 1,000 years.
What was it like? I can't even imagine.
We were what you made us. In my youth, Jedi were how you threatened errant children. Obey your masters or the Jedi will obliterate you. For thousands of years, we had total control of 100 star systems. Then the Jedi drove us to the farthest fringe of the galaxy.
The Emperor had subjugated thousands of species. Every non-Force user was enslaved.
They were safe and served to their own capability. This is hardly worth debating. I gain nothing from understanding how your Republic's fools view the galaxy. I am surprised that once your council finishes its brainwashing, any Jedi has a spine left to oppose the Emperor. Perhaps you are young enough to still cultivate the strength of the Sith.
Revan, the Exile, and I were all Jedi trained. We all resisted the Emperor. What Sith have done so?
That was a surprise. In 3 centuries, I expected to see one test his strength against the Dark Lord. But those strong enough to challenge him are killed young, or co-opted into the Dark Council. Perhaps you are right. Jedi strengths are different, not necessarily lesser. I do not know how more to prepare you to face the Emperor. What has your training been? All I know of Jedi ways is from Revan. Surely they have changed in 300 years.
How does someone become the Emperor's wrath?
There has only ever been one. My training as a Sith was not far different than Korriban today. Only my visions set me apart, made them bring me before the Emperor. In his presence, I first saw who he was and what he planned.
It must have taken great will to conceal such thoughts.
Showing anything but submission would have been my death. I alone could not defeat him, so I chose to wait for one who could. I thought Revan and the Jedi Exile were my chance.
Revan and the Jedi Exile are legends. What were they like?
It should not have surprised anyone that Revan turned Sith. He knew you cannot fight the dark side without understanding it. The Exile was harder to read. Even with all she had done, she never trusted herself. With Revan, she was his student again. I liked them. I would have served them, but my vision told me they would fail. I cut down the Exile and brought Revan to the Emperor as a gift.
Is that what you're planning to do to me?
If you are not the one who will stop the Emperor's madness, then I will await the one who will. The only way to live long enough to find the Jedi who would kill the Emperor, to find you, was to convince him to trust me. He took my offering and gave me a place at his side. He gave me immortality. It was a gift, but not without its price.
What have you got for me? Only a few dozen senators have access to those accounts. One of them must be an Imperial spy. Until we find out who hired the bounty hunter and why, we can't be sure of anything. I never pictured you as a politician. I never realized you had so many varied skills, T7.
Finally tracked down my old squad mates, Master Jedi. Wishing I hadn't. General Garza recruited them into the Special Forces Black Ops program. But now, they're in a detention facility on Berun, convicted of war crimes.
War crimes are a serious charge. How did your old squad go from being heroes to convicted criminals?
Black Ops doesn't make heroes. It trains killers. If the right targets die, no one complains. They renamed my old squad the Surgeons, tasked them with destabilizing the Empire's command structure by removing its best leaders. But the Surgeons didn't just target Imperial commanders. They went after the officers' families. They wanted to send the enemy a message.
Killing women and children is never acceptable.
Good soldiers know what acceptable targets are. This wouldn't have happened on my watch. The detention center's warden says my old squad mates are serving life sentences. They're young. That's a lot of years to spend in cages. The next time I get nostalgic and curious, Master Jedi, give me a planet to invade.
So, when do I get my own Padawan? Always wanted to be a teacher.
Patience. You'll have your wish someday, and that student will be in excellent hands.
Be a shame not to share my wisdom. Been racking it up fast lately. Here, pretend you're my Padawan. Got a hypothetical moral dilemma for you. Say you could only save the Republic or the Jedi Order. Which would you choose and why? Don't think. Answer.
Jedi are guardians of peace and justice, but the Republic embodies those qualities. It comes first.
Wrong answer, Padawan. If the Jedi Order is destroyed, who will save the Republic? The Jedi have to come first.
Jedi can exist without the Republic, but not the other way around? Interesting notion.
Puts this war in perspective, doesn't it? We're not fighting for them. They're fighting for us. This teaching thing's fun. Have to do it again sometime.
This is Station Korriban's flame to unidentified vessel. You have violated Imperial space. Submit your security clearance or be destroyed.
You said I could leave this to you. Go ahead.
Transmitting clearance code now.
Stand by while I... We're so pleased you're here, Grand Moff. You'll find our security airtight.
That is unlikely.
I've cleared a docking bay for you. Please proceed with your landing, sir.
For the moment, they believe I am Grand Moff Fresh. But this ruse will not hold. Prepare to kill everyone.
We'll infiltrate the station quietly. By the time the Imperials realize they've been lied to, we'll have what we need.
The docking bay will be swarming with honor guards for the Grand Moff. When you emerge from the ship instead, you'll find them disappointed. Don't waste any time. Destroy the enemy while we have the elements of surprise.
Right on time. You're practically a droid. I knew if I applied the right stimulus, you couldn't resist coming here.
Something's wrong with Leha. She's not herself. She tricked me.
Jomar was chasing proof you'd fallen to the dark side. He fell into my trap like a greedy child. You were just as easy.
The Emperor is dominating your mind. Resist him.
Please, don't hurt her. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Poor boy. You think you love me. But what we shared in secret on Tython was only a shadow of true passion.
They're a couple? Explains a lot.
I'll show you true ecstasy, Jomar. But first things first.
I don't want to hurt you. If you care about Jomar, surrender.
Surrender is for the weak. Jomar had that option. You don't. You remember the meaties? I gave my little droid friends a few upgrades I think you'll enjoy. Briefly. Stop! 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 Where are we?
Leha, it's me. You're going to be all right.
My poor droids. How did we get here?
It's been a long time since the Emperor defeated us. Concentrate. Try to remember.
No. I don't want to. I can feel the Emperor's presence. He hates you. The things he made me do.
Come home to Tython. Master Satil will help you. I have no right to ask you for anything, but the Council doesn't need to know about us. Please, keep our relationship to yourself.
It's not my job to expose your indiscretion.
Thank you. I'm sorry for all of this. I was wrong about you. My mission wasn't a total failure. I overheard Leha delivering orders from the Emperor to a high-ranking Sith Lord.
I couldn't hear details, but I know someone named Lord Fulminus went on a secret mission to the planet Voss.
Just what we needed. Better tell Master SWTOR.
I'll take Liha home. Thank you for saving her. Us.
Master SWTOR, I rescued Jomar and found Liha Nerez. She's been under the Emperor's control and needs your help. They're headed for Tython now. I also learned a high-ranking Sith named Fulminus is on the planet Voss.
That is disturbing news. Voss was discovered only recently. Its society is dangerously unbalanced. The people worship an elite group of Force users who rule with absolute authority. Despite our best efforts, Voss's government rejects the Jedi Code.
The Emperor has always taken a great interest in that world. I thought he sought to conquer it, but clearly he intends its destruction.
Go to Voss. Find Lord Fulminus and stop his plans.
This is Jomar Chul. I wanted to thank you again for saving Liha, and I appreciate you keeping our relationship to yourself. I'm helping her recover from what happened. It's slow going, but she's making progress. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. I consider you a true friend. Jomar Chul out.